Hello there, and welcome back to my workshop. This is the third and final show on the making of a shaker-style wall shelf. This is going to go in our library, we call it, next door. And let me show you where we've been so far on the construction. We've joined the sides to the bottom, and we put in our 4 shelves using sliding half-tails. That's a really strong form of joinery. And I put a drawer dividers in here and also the drawer guides. And on this show, what we're going to be doing is making the 3 drawers that go in here, and we're going to be applying a finish, and then we have to figure out how we're going to hang this on the wall. But before we get going, there's something I want to show you, and that is a similar project that I made almost 10 years ago, and that's my Sawtill. We did a show on that. And very different function, but they're kind of similar, and it might be fun to have a look. So let's have a look. And here we are, 2 different shelves, 2 different purposes. This one's for the workshop. It's a piece of workshop furniture. And this is for the library. It's for storage. This one has vertical oriented storage for my hand saws, and this one horizontal. But they both have 3 drawers that go across the bottom. Now let's have a look at a drawer here. Very typical. I'm using half blind dovetails on the front and through dovetails on the back. That's very typical. This one the same way. Here I've got 2 half blinds. And you might be wondering, on both of these drawers I end with a half tail. Typically you end with a half pin at the beginning and the end. Now, why did I do that? Well, it allows me to locate the groove for the bottom of the drawer much closer to the bottom edge of the drawer. If I had used a half pin here, I would have had to locate that groove 3/8 of an inch higher on this bottom edge here. So that's why I did that. I saw this on an antique piece of furniture one time and wondered why they did that, and then I realized it's a much better use of space. So let's look at these here. You can see this one here is a little bit heavier duty. It's got a thicker front on it and thicker sides. See this one here, much more delicate. This one here is fine for this shelf here, but I think these proportions are borderline clunky, I guess you'd call it, for this application here. So I went with thinner proportions. Yes, borderline clunky. That's another form of furniture. You've got French provincial, shabby chic. You've got early American, and now we have borderline clunky. Well, we're not going to do borderline clunky on this project here. So let's get started on this this next drawer right here. Okay, I've got my parts all cut to size and planed to thickness. I've got 3 marking gauges preset and ready to go. You've seen this before in my Sawtill show and also the chest of drawers show. So I'm going to go through at a very abbreviated pace here, probably no talking. So let's get started here. And our drawers are assembled. I put in drawer stops so they close nicely, you can see that. And I still have to put in knobs, but we'll get around to that. What I want to do now is talk about the finish. I'm going to be using boiled linseed oil. And here's typically what you find in your home center. It's linseed oil that has been especially treated so that it dries and hardens when it dries and creates a nice finish. Now, this contains toxic substances and VOCs and stuff like that, but there is a company out there that makes boiled linseed oil naturally. It's completely non-toxic and no VOCs or fumes. It's made by Tried and True, and they call it Danish oil, but it's actually 100% processed linseed oil. So I'm going to be applying this, and I think it's going to turn out really nice. So I'm going to get set up now, and we're going to apply this finish. All right, we're all set here. I'm following the directions very, very closely. They say to sand to 400 grit and then burnish with steel wool, 4/0 steel wool, and then apply a very thin coat of the oil with cheesecloth, leave it on for 5 minutes or more, and then wipe it completely off. So that's what I'm going to be doing. If you're ready, let's get going here. Okay. I need my glasses, hang on. Be right there. Okay, here we go. Trying to make an evenly applied surface, and I'm trying to do this very, very quickly and smoothly. Okay, that was a little bit hectic, but I think I think I did okay. So now I'm going to let this dry, and then in the meantime I'm going to do the drawer fronts. And after 2 coats of Danish oil, they're looking pretty good. I like the fronts. And now we're going to be applying shellac to all the other parts. That's the bottoms and the sides. So I'm using the padding technique with the shellac here, and that's worked very well for me in the past, so we're going to do it again this time. Ready? All right, that's as good as I can do, and we're going to let everything dry, and then we're going to find out how well I did. Okay. All right, the knobs are on, the bottoms are in place. Let's put this together. Wow, what do you think? Project is officially completed. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. So what we have to do now is hang this on the wall next door. So let's get to it. And here is our shelf in place. This was a blank wall, and we didn't know what to put here, but I think we came up with just the perfect thing. And down here is a drawing board. This was my dad's drawing board. He was a commercial artist in the publishing business, and when he retired, he made this smaller drawing board. This is an antique stand for typewriters, manual typewriters. And this is a repurposed kitchen countertop. And here's an illustration, an example of one of the things that he drew. He was a woodworker as well, and that's the hutch that he was planning to make, which he eventually did make. And to show you that artistic talent runs in the family, here is something else we found. There's a nice, beautiful sketch, and on the back it says, Kenny, 4 years, 2 months. So really runs in the family, doesn't it? Okay, and I went from that to making amazing cardboard models of all the woodworking projects that I was going to make. And here's the before, and there's the after. Isn't that amazing? Okay, it's fun sharing these projects with you. Don't know what we're doing next time, but you'll be the first to know. So thanks for stopping by, and see you next time.
Wasn't that great?